Yeah, him and Mrs. Morgan, yes.
I tell you, y'all lucky we get to come in. Y'all can push the button and listen to everything. Like, man, when I was young, I got to call my mama. It was WRL.
Yeah. I had that one carry stuff in.
That's how you do it.
He had so much.
Yeah.
He put in 8 tracks out. Now I helped him put in the 8 tracks, start to the 8 tracks out. And then he wouldn't go away from the 8 tracks for the longest time. It was, I said, Rick, are back, baby. Yes, it is Northern Neck Sports Talk Live here on Hot Mix VA. Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Northern Neck Sports Talk Live. And yes, it's 2024, and we are back. We are back with our first 2024 special guest. We'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, get your popcorn ready, folks, because it's going to be an exciting 2024. And by the way, your Northern Neck Sports Talk Live here locally has been nationally nominated for the Communicator Awards for 2024. So congrats to all of the Hot Mix VA team, Coach. So I'm Will Lewis along with Coach Thomas Roane and our special guest today, Mr. Orlando Washington, the Essex assistant coach. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, you ass.
How about the Cowboys? Once again, they did not disappoint you. They lost in the first round. And how about them Eagles?
Hey.
They got plucked by Pirates.
Well, they got plucked by Pirates, but the Dago Commanders couldn't even make the party, though.
Oh, no. Hang on. It's a new year. It's a new general manager. We start the year off right. We start the year off right. I'm a little excited for it. So we'll see how it goes on the field come August.
Y'all still got to find a head coach. Y'all
Yes.
got to find a way. You still got
There's a possibility Ben Johnson might be coming. Possibility.
Hold on.
Possibility.
Hold up, no Redskins fans and you. How y'all gonna do my homeboy like that? Eric Bieniemy like that? Why y'all just can't upgrade him to head coach?
Now, this is the word I've got. Ben Johnson may be coming. But my preference would be EB. My preference would be him because he's an offensive genius.
Yes.
And he didn't have a whole lot to work with during the season. He did what he could. And that showed on the field.
I mean, the man coming from a good pedigree of coaches with Kansas City Chiefs and them over there, got a couple rings on his hand and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to promote that man with all that experience?
I was upset, but
to the head coach.
Word on the inside saying Ben Johnson might be coming. And the other word was Bill Belichick. But he may be going somewhere else.
I don't think Bill gonna want to come to DC like that.
No,
man. Y'all ain't got no product out there that's really gonna entice him to come to DC like that. Bill needs some people that's gonna be some dogs on the offensive side and on the defensive side. He ain't got enough time to be coming up there and trying to play the waiting game to try to build a roster or something. Man, 70-something years old? He trying to win a game before that time.
He is.
He trying to win. They keep saying that Tom Brady is the reason that he got all them Super Bowls like that. Bill ain't got no time to be trying to build a team, man.
No, he won't. He won't. Not at all. All right, let's get to our special guest. First special guest of 2024, so we're kicking it off right.
Yes, sir.
We are excited to introduce Mr. Orlando Washington as the assistant coach for Essex High School wrestling team.
Yes, sir.
Also known as Coach O, a graduate of Essex High School in 1989, Mr. Washington has won many championships in wrestling, winning districts, regionals, and competing yearly in states. And I'm not done. He also pursued a degree in health and physical education with a focus of kinesiology at VCU, and went on to play football with a scholarship at Marion Military Institute. Virginia State University in Marion Military Institute in Alabama. Coach O also spent 8 years on the USMC. How about that? Mr. Washington's experience extends beyond wrestling and football, and as he has also competed in various martial arts forms such as judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. Yeah, we're not done yet, folks. Hang on. The dedication to grappling has even taken him to win several United States grappling tournaments and international competitions where he has achieved gold medals in events such as the IBJJF championships. How about that one? So we have a stellar special guest in the studio here with us tonight. So the past 2 years, Mr. Washington has been coaching the Essex wrestling team and has been instrumental in building a strong foundation for his athletes. And we are thrilled to have his expertise here in the studio tonight, and Essex is thrilled to have his expertise and experience as part of their coaching staff. So, Coach Washington, welcome in, my friend.
I appreciate it. I didn't know she said all that, but that's all right. That's all right. I just a little too old to be doing some of it, but
yeah. So when you were in high school, I'm going to give you 3 questions, simple questions. He's going to go a little bit deeper into more questions for you. But when you were in high school, when you first started out, did you know which path you want to go as far as wrestling or any other sport?
absolutely. I mean, we played football. My older brother was a wrestler,
Right.
and that's normally how it goes sometimes. So my older brother wrestled, and we knew the man who brought wrestling here, which was Mr. Willie Mitchell, Dr. Willie
Right.
Mitchell. Coach Mitchell brought wrestling to Essex County, and it was just, I knew I had to do it because he would come home and beat us up. And I needed to figure out what it was. So
That's that older brother, little brother syndrome.
absolutely,
Yeah, there you go.
absolutely.
No, that's
There
right.
you go. What wrestler, collegiate wrestler in beyond maybe Olympic wrestler, has inspired you the most?
You talking? Well, I'd say Ric Flair. No, I'm joking. Dusty Rhodes was my man.
He was a
Dusty Rhodes was my man.
example, though.
Yeah, he was.
But Jason Barrows is one of my favorites. This is a Russian wrestler. I can't think of his name right now. It's Kolinsky or something, but he beat everybody.
Right.
He was just a monster. He wrestled bears, they said.
Oh, man.
So he's like in my later years, I wrestled heavyweight or ultra heavyweight, which are guys, much more weight than us. And I want to shout out to Coach Young, first of all. He's got a brand new baby at home, so he's spending
Awesome.
That's the head coach, so I want to make sure to shout him out real quick as well. But definitely those wrestlers were my favorite.
Yeah, and you win, you lose, you learn. What has been the learning curves over the years for you?
In wrestling, I'd say even in jiu-jitsu, it's not really losing, it's learning.
Right.
Because you're going to get better, and it's high speed too. That's one of the things that makes us separate from all other sports. You can't look and say, "Oh, the pitcher messed up, so we lost." You can't say the quarterback did it. You go out on the mat and you either win or you get your tail beat in front of your parents.
Yeah.
And nobody's coming to save you. That's the lesson. Nobody's coming to save you. And you got a lot of leadership in it because you're accountable. You're accountable for your weight loss. You're accountable for maintaining weight during the season, which is always during the holiday seasons, from Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the good eating times. And even like now with the weather, I'm praying my kids are maintaining their weight.
Right.
So we can get to Westmoreland tomorrow and do some damage. So I'm praying they're keeping the weight. Put the sandwich down. Put it down. You don't need it.
No, that's right.
That's right. And what type of workouts do you give the kids to prepare for matches?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll say this. I won't say what school, but I had a kid one time out on a football field, and he said, "Coach O, I heard you give good workouts, such and such." Whatever he was doing wasn't giving it to him. I gave him a 20-minute workout while I was out there. He came back saying, "Oh my God, what is this?" So we're talking bear crawls, forward rolls, backward rolls, cartwheels if you can. We got a new space that the school has allowed us to have where we actually can roll our mats out.
Right.
And we're trying to get them now to put the ropes up. So you're talking rope climbing. I got tires that they throw. We haven't got into weight training in the off season yet. That's something we're going to put into our schedule now this year.
And those things are a build up to a very competitive team to go deep in state competition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been studying a couple schools out there. One in particular is one called Grundy. They've been winning state champions for the last 25 plus years. Right. And one of my kids got to be one of them.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
It's
going to happen.
So I've even gone back to the 80s. I asked them to get the parents to watch Vision Quest. I don't know if you remember that movie, but that's an old wrestling movie, and it's free on YouTube. So we don't get no check for it. I wish we did.
Coach?
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to thank you for coming on. We over the last couple weeks we've been hollering back and forth for everything. Basically, the show is basically about, how can I say it, highlighting all sports, not just football, basketball, baseball, softball, but we want to try to highlight all sports because we got kids all in the area that's playing different sports, so we want to be able to shine a light on those kids that's playing wrestling and everything like that, because we definitely don't know who can be able to get to the next level with this wrestling thing, especially the way the world is now with being able to share stuff on YouTube, social media and everything like that. So we wanted to get you in to be able to explain about the program and the new turns that it's taking there, and just get the word out there that all of these kids around here, to be able to try to get them onto the mat too after the football season or whatever, So we're just gonna, go through your history as a young man and all that stuff like that around here. So that's basically it. But first off, to start off, tell the folks about Orlando. Did I say that right?
Yeah, it's okay.
When you was coming up in Essex, who were some of the people when you was a little young and running around here that you basically looked up to around here in Essex?
This is my block.
I know.
This is it right here. We play hide and go seek all around.
Oh yeah.
This is a place called Buddy Ross's store. Penny Candy was here. And so, I could feel the energy of him. Honestly, the man was an entrepreneur that I looked up to as a kid. That being the case, TappIn is a place where you could not just leave your doors open, but you knew what time to come home and everything was okay. Going to the Marsh Street pool, jumping off the diving board, big deal. If you had a chance to get to the private pool, that was a big deal. Really big deal. Some of y'all understand. And being able to play Little League football, baseball. Mr. Chin was my coach as a kid, who's still around. And having those opportunities, even soccer down at the Seventh-day Adventist School, being able to do that. It was always something active for the kids.
Right.
Now you don't even see a kid climb a tree.
You really don't.
But one thing about wrestling that I love, I'll actually go into the school, I'll ask the teachers, you got any kids with anger issues? I want them.
Yeah.
I want them because they have a place to direct it. You're not gonna be too angry after you do several bear crawls, crab walks, and you fight. Never been in a fight. 30 seconds feel like 5 minutes. We going. You're gonna be going more than 30 seconds. You do a 2-minute round. And you better get it because some of the kids gonna beat you with the earth. And we have girl wrestlers. And girls wrestling is here.
Yes, it is.
We are here.
We were watching that last year.
Girl wrestlers. And so Girls State started last year. Girls State, this is the second year this year.
Okay.
We're looking forward to our wrestlers participating in that as well.
Okay.
That's awesome. Real quickly, guys, call in to shine the light. You can call in now, 804-822-2837. 804-822-2837. Don't worry. You're just talking to three regular average Joes. It's all good. Call 804-822-2837.
So give us a little insight of you in school around, because I know just like me, you probably went through all 3 phases of the schools around.
Oh, man, I caught it. My mom was a teacher.
Oh, I know.
So, I got a butt whipping at home and school.
But that was back then where that could happen. I know you most likely went to school with my mother, Helen Roane, and Cynthia and Sophia and all of them.
They're a little bit older.
But I mean, like with me coming up in Battery, if I did something in Battery, I would mess around and get my butt whipped down the street, and by the time I walk up Battery Road and get down in at that level or whatever, a phone call has been made to my mother. And when I get in that house, either she gonna get me or my aunts was gonna get me.
Absolutely.
You better find the right switch.
Better find that switch that break on that first switch.
That's an art form that's missing.
It definitely is.
And it's discipline. And you can walk in and I can see, and I've taught in many schools. I don't teach here, but I do care for the kids. I see the kids. I see them when they walk to the pool.
Yeah.
All of that. So they desire it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's several reasons, especially in our community, of reasons why that is.
Yeah.
But that's another subject for another day. But I can tell you this, fathers and mothers, let them fathers be with them boys. They need them.
Yeah.
You can say what you want in the comments. I'm telling you what I see.
Oh, yeah.
Let them fathers have time with them boys. If they're good fathers, it will make a difference. I've had children in the past and coaching experience, just the tone of my voice made them have anxiety.
Yeah.
Because they never had a man
Yeah.
talk that way.
Yeah.
You know.
I definitely understand.
And so criticism is difficult for those sometimes, or oftentimes you might have the mother. I find this in wrestling. Oftentimes there's some mothers that they ain't gonna do this, but they'll say, "Hey baby, you okay?" When the father gonna say, "Get up, turn to your opponent."
Yeah.
And you know, I've met a lot of mothers who have that in them now,
Yeah.
because of wrestling. And we got some great parents.
Oh, yeah.
Our parents,
Yeah.
thinking of a couple kids now whose parents, you know, even without asking, they'll bring food. You know, because we just know how to train.
Yes.
We don't know the other stuff. We're learning that now. we don't know the politics. We don't know none of that, but we're learning it.
Yeah.
You know, because all we want to do is help these kids to get out of Essex, go get the experience. If they want to come back, they can come back.
Definitely.
You know, we get you a scholarship. I think it's easier to get a wrestling scholarship than other sports. I really do. I think everybody wants to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna be
right.
Michael Jordan.
Definitely right.
Right,
You know,
Everybody
but
wanna be
wrestling, you can help your mama that's helped you all your life to get out with some extra money.
Yeah,
Because they're always looking.
Definitely.
Junior college is always looking. And we just found out about that through a young man last year, Markel Scott, who I adore this young man, was able to get out and go to college. His Buck Scott's son, if you know Buck locally as well, and whose father was there, you know. And to see this, and to see his transition and being able to leave, he taught us things we didn't know. We didn't know about something called super saints that takes place. And was able to get him there where there are actually recruiters there on the site. Look at it. All you gotta do is bring it. And then there's other nationals. You know, he went to this as well.
Yeah.
And so I don't know who else in Essex history has gone to nationals in wrestling yet, but I have to look that up. But he may be the first to go to nationals while in high school. I don't know, but I have to look that up.
Definitely. I mean, me personally, when you speak of Markel, because I've known him since he was a baby, me and Buck is like this. So when you see the change, I definitely seen it. You know, and I mean, to see him go from there to where he ended off at and everything was truly amazing, because I seen that it brought even more structure to him, even though Buck was there. But you know, it's like when he locked into wrestling, it's like he seen something that he really liked and he was locked in, which I really wish he would have picked it up a whole lot early on. And you know,
he did. I am reaping the benefits. I think of a gentleman named Mike, who's a barber. And some other brothers. I have kids coming, and there are other kids out there who wrestled when they were kids. That's a major thing.
Right.
I'm 50 plus. I don't know if I can do a youth program. I might be able to do a week, but I'm looking for somebody to help with that, because that will put us in a major place to build a championship team. And if nobody comes, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Because
we need
if you look at it too, you know, we got the youth football, we got youth baseball, softball, and all. That's the only thing that we don't have around is a youth wrestling, and not even just youth wrestling, but youth track.
Yes.
If we could bring the youth wrestling and the youth track to this area, oh man.
Steve Coles is a gentleman who's an excellent track coach.
Yeah.
I correspond with him, And I actually made it public. It should be public. I put for a proposal to the school, and the principal told me that I could use it. And so hopefully we'll be able to do some events. I have to put a proposal in for that. But I'm looking to hopefully do at least a week maybe of a girls wrestling camp, a week maybe of a youth camp, and a week of a free for all, whoever wants to come. And if we can put that together and get a proposal and they approve it, I'll be happy to do it.
Good deal. We'll definitely do it. All right, so taking us back, like when you started wrestling, who was the person? I know you said your brother, but who was one of the other people that was actually got you out back in the wrestling and everything like that?
Man, the Pain Boys. We had family wrestlers. We had the Pain Boys. He passed away, man, but he reminded me of Tyrone all the time. Joe Payne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joe used to beat me up. Mark Gray, the Gray family, Poochie Gray, Baby Pratt. I remember Baby Pratt winning state championship for Virginia wrestling. Was at Essex High School when I was in 8th grade in 1984-85 at Essex High School, the old one. And so, you know, we have a strong history. We got some trophies too. I've seen them. They're there. I know that the AD is very busy, but we're gonna try to get all those trophies so we can display them. And you know, having all these things available for kids is something that's missing. You know, with COVID and all this being inside, it's got to mentally affect our children. And I don't think people's thinking about it. You know, you gotta get them out. They gotta learn to socialize. And this is a great way to do it.
And I mean, like you said, bringing those trophies out, that'll give the kids something to put their eyes on.
Absolutely.
Because I remember with me back in school, when I was in high school, we used to go through the corridor, through the door, and you would see all of the football trophies, baseball trophies,
The banners.
all of that.
Yeah.
And it'll get you excited, like, hey, I wonder if I can get me one of the trophies. Because some people actually have their trophies in there with their names on it of winning states, running, and all of that stuff like that. So
records that ain't been beat. I thought,
I
went to the game the other day. I seldom do that. It was after practice, and I won't say his name, but I guarantee he's got a record out there that ain't been beat. And we had a conversation. He was talking about how his kids and nieces go here, and I said, man, they should be able to see that last name of yours.
Yeah.
It'll change them.
Yeah.
To see somebody I'm related to's last name makes a difference.
Yeah,
So
and
we might get on that.
Get in their head like, I wonder if I can beat that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and play, so I'm gonna see if I can beat that. Then I'm gonna beat your dad all right.
Absolutely.
Right then and there, that good motivation that a child will need. You know what I'm saying? You never know, you know, how far that'll take them in the future. You know, trying to chase that brother. You know, like who was some of the teachers back then that was constantly on you that helped push you through, you know, get you on the right path of what you was trying to do back
Mr.
then.
Whitaker. I can list them. Mr. Whitaker, Mr. Willie Mitchell, Mr. Rixie. She's still alive over in Northumberland. Miss Martha Clark. Miss a real one right there. And I remember she actually had me tested to see if something was wrong, you know. And no, because my mom was a teacher. So to go against her colleague, and do this, that's a real one. That's a real one. And, you know, my mom stepped in and made sure that, you know, because a lot of times it's not that the kid has an issue, it's a disciplinary issue. You know, I just thought I could get away with stuff. So
Which we all do.
Absolutely.
Which we all do.
Yeah, but they were major. They were all coaches. He was a track coach. I didn't even run track. And Mr. Larry Smith.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Coach Smith.
Yeah.
I seen him a couple weeks ago when he came. I think it was a playoff game we had here. Me and him talked for a long time. He was my coach back then because he used to do gymnastics when I was in school.
He brought gymnastics.
He brought gymnastics. I mean, and I could flip all over the gym back then. I don't know if I could do that now because I'm going to break my neck. But I mean, to me, he was one of the best, how can I say it? One of the best mentors I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Because he could tell you today, he'd be like, Thomas, he wasn't bad back then. He was just misunderstood.
Yeah.
But he, like you said earlier, with some of these kids, just by them hearing your voice. That was me. You know, I can hear his voice and I straighten up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If I was doing something wrong, my mother called him, he'd call me, I straighten up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I would try to disappoint him. Because, you know, my daddy wasn't in my life like that. So I was yearning for that other man, a man to come in to step in to try to, I guess, help guide me back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I seen him a couple, it was good to talk to him. He's definitely one of the people around here, even down with track. You know, he was a track coach back then.
I ran hurdles for him. That was the first time I ever, I don't know, kids see this? that's the first time I ever failed off the team in my entire life. Hurdles, I could have been good at it, but my brother ended up being great at it.
I
So
know, that's right.
Yeah, but Mr. Smith introduced me. I think I had a rhythm at the time. I played football. I played football to lose weight for wrestling. Ended up with a football scholarship because I didn't know about wrestling scholarships back then. And ended up losing weight for wrestling. And then I normally would have time to catch up and get my grades back up after all that. And so I went on and did track. And I was like, no, I can't do it all. I got to catch up.
So you did go to school. Like you said, you got a football scholarship at Virginia's.
I went to Marion Military Institute. Got a scholarship there in Marion, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bringing the program to now, I know this is the second year back for wrestling.
No, it's been 3 years. Coach Young was here first. He did it all by himself. And I think I only had like maybe 6 kids. And then he had mentioned it to me. And Coach Young, he coached me through a lot of tournaments, jiu-jitsu. I mean, he was one of my black belts that trained me. So, and then the guy that owns MMA Institute was a wrestler at Essex named Richard McCoy. Rick McCoy. He owns MMA Institute in Richmond, Virginia, and all the other ones, I believe, that come on after the UFC. But he is a wrestler that came in from Utah.
I didn't
Wow.
even know that.
Wow.
So take us to the program now of where it was and what's the plans of where do you all see it going from then to now?
Well, as long as, you know, I asked the powers that be that we need to have the place we're in because throughout the history of wrestling in schools, not just here at Essex, I talked to other schools and I know the coaches, we kind of treat it a little different. You know, like put them over there, like, you know, that's normal. You know, we don't bring the money in yet. You know, so we're finding ways to do that. So to build this program, of course, it's going to take resources. I'm going to be leaning on the alumni wrestlers. I'm forming a group with that now. Looking at doing a program where we may do an alumni wrestling event. That's something I want to put in for and try to examine how we can make that happen. I think a lot of people would like that. I think it'd be funny too. So you used to be a wrestler, get it shaved down. You got about 30 to 60 days. But now we're at 25. We got almost 23 kids, and including our managers. They have to do wrestle-offs before every match, you know, to see whoever the best person is in that weight class, that's who gets to go. You know, if you don't make weight, you don't get to go. This person doesn't make weight. With that, I want to go into what we put in forward, that's having off-season training. It's difficult for us to lift weights during the season because we have to maintain weight. But we can build the strength just using each other's bodies and wrestling. But the goal is to build it to a championship team. I want to win the states. I want to place at states. I want to have at least 5 state champions this year. I've got several kids that could definitely go. There's one young man, last name is Dunn. He's a good kid, very excellent wrestler. Mr. Turpin, excellent wrestler. Miss Asher, Miss Lane. I see a lot of them hopefully going to states this year, but we got to get through districts first. But we're not having enough mat time, bro. This weather is really messing us up. We got to get them in there because coming from a small town, we're always ranked at the bottom anyway. And so our kids really got to fight. I mean, they got to go. When we get to states or districts, it's on. Like, they fighting all the way up to the top.
So take us through the process of how the year normally starts for the wrestlers and everything. Like, when do y'all usually start getting together? Because I know I've mentioned it to a couple football players. Hey man, get in the wrestling after football. You know, because it's definitely going to help you when it comes back around to the football season. You know, so what is what is the process? How would a kid be able to, you know, get in touch with y'all to be able to get on the team and everything like that?
If you're in the school, get in touch with the art teacher. That's Coach Young, Jake Young. Just go right, let him know you're interested. Also, Mr. Bobby Bird, who still works at school. Also, probably one of the first. He's actually the first wrestling state champion who still comes and helps us.
And folks look at Bobby.
Still comes and helps us.
Folks look at Bobby, probably think Bobby wouldn't put you on the mat. Bobby put you on the mat. So
Bobby Bird will beat you with the earth. He will beat you with the earth. Trust me. He's like that. And it was like that as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, he wrestled us when we were kids and taught us a lot. He's still there doing that for us. Still doing that for us. So, your question again was?
Well, another question.
Okay.
Because, like I said, with the football and everything like that, I'm trying to talk to some of the younger ones and everything. How can wrestling help better you in the football aspect too?
Definitely. Well, that's where kinesiology comes in, and that's the movement of the body. When kids are young, and especially at the age they are, wrestling's going to help them not only get more flexibility, but agility, your movement, your balance, your core strength, even tackling, catching, all of that. Footwork.
Yeah.
It's our workouts are completely different. The body mechanics is completely different.
Yeah.
But it benefits. And you look at, I tell anybody, go on hashtag wrestling, football, or whatever, baseball, whatever, it's going to tell you that this sport assists in making you a better athlete. Not only that, the self-discipline.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, there's nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
And so, and I just tell kids here, because we have a lot of kids that want to come from other sports, and I always tell them, if you're committed to that, you finish that first, and then come to us, and then we'll be able to work with you. Because I can't do the quitting thing. It just don't work for me.
You can't
do that.
Heads around here. Like I said, the main thing is just promoting each sport around here and everything. So, what are some of the upcoming dates that you all have coming up, like certain events that people can be able to come and check out and everything like that? Are there any, like, who are some of the top wrestlers that we have in the program right there that we can kind of keep an eye on and everything like that?
All right. I'm going to say just last names. You don't know what I can say.
Yeah.
Mr. Dunn, definitely at the, I believe he's at 145 still. But Mr. Turpin, he's a football player as well. Excellent. This boy, one of the toughest kids I ever met.
Yeah.
And definitely a leader. And his mom's greatly involved as well. Miss Asher, Mr. Gray. Also, we have Chris Lax, our heavyweight. You know, Chris put the sandwich down. He's an amazing kid. Definitely hungry. And there's so many because we got so many weight classes. But all these kids are eager. They're professional. They say yes, sir, no, sir, no, ma'am at school. We're trying to get them now to start dressing up. There's something we lost doing that. And so I'm trying to get them to do that. That's why I came in dressed like this. I represent the kids. I can't ask them to do. I say, you know, I want to make sure I'm doing this for y'all. But our main thing is to build not just a financial kitty, but an activity schedule that goes throughout the entire year. Of course, if you're playing football or whatever sport, go do that and come on into the season. Mm-hmm. But if I can do something like that during the summer, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Explain the weight classes to people, because I know some people probably looking at us right now. Keep talking about weight. Keep talking about weight. Right. So explain that aspect to the people.
Is that similar to boxing?
Yes. Yeah. Similar. With weight classes, you're not going to put your daughter who's, and keep in mind in wrestling today, girls wrestle boys.
Yes.
Girls wrestle boys.
Which shocked me.
Yes.
When I seen it.
And they win.
And a couple of Essex girls had beaten other males in other school districts.
That's where that jiu-jitsu come in. All right. But all the way across the hallway, brother. And he still went out and wrestled. Actually wrestled up a weight class.
Nice.
Mr. Beasley, I'm proud of you, sir.
Oh, he a dog.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
One or a straight dog?
Strong.
Straight dog.
Strong.
I mean,
he's on the injured list right now, but
really?
Definitely one of our kids who we're going to honor at senior night coming up January 24th here at Essex High School. We have our senior night as well, and he'll be one of the kids that we're going to be honoring as well.
And one of, while pity.
No.
None at all. Straight dog.
Yeah,
they would do the same to you.
Yes. So I done seen him put elbows in the back of people's head and all that stuff like that.
We
Straight dog.
teach that's a lost art.
Yeah.
You know, I've had to teach a couple kids how to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that happens. I've never seen it before.
Well,
and it's different for me. I guess we've succeeded, you know, in bringing peace.
No.
I take it to it's all across the board now.
Yeah.
Because of the way the times is now.
Yeah.
Like when you grew up, I grew up. You got time to be getting babied. We're not bathing you. You know, growing up there in Battery. I told my sons, like, look, I'm from Battery. So when we came to town, it was a joy.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a joy to come to town.
Absolutely.
Other than that, we in Battery. We outside all day, playing basketball, football, whatever. So coming up like that you gotta be tough.
Yes.
Because if not, your neighborhood cousins and all that, they gonna beat your tail.
Absolutely.
Or they gonna make you tough.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, a lot of our kids are stuck in the house,
Yes.
twiddling their fingers, or
Fake-
got their
fake
phone,
Got the phone in the phone.
strolling. So I mean, I kind of got to put that on us, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
exactly.
as the parents. You know,
I
so
agree
now,
100%.
like you say, you got to make them aggressive. It's the same thing I got to do on the youth level with the football when it comes to football. You know,
I'm not alone now.
oh Lord have mercy, it is 10 times worse at the youth level because they actually are still babies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you like, come on, dog, man, we got to go on this field. And go out there and knock his head off, because he's going to try to knock your head
That's
off.
right.
You know, so we're definitely going to get back to those old ways. Or, hey, as you get older, hey, it ain't no making you tough. Once you go up, you're already tough.
Yeah. I'm seeing it now with our particular team this year. I got two girls, Miss Isabella and Miss Lane.
Talk about the girls.
When they go at it, for wrestle offs, it's war. It's war. I'm talking grit and teeth and all. And one of them just tries to put her whole face to the mat. She grinds her in real hard. So the girls are great. They compete with the guys. So I don't allow the guys to be soft. Nah, because the harder the guys go on the girls, when it gets to just a girls match, it's on and popping.
Yeah.
It's on and popping. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it. So they don't say no. Say, you go with you, and everybody goes to work. There's no questions on it.
So tell us, because I know you probably haven't felt this, but what goes through a boy's mind when he's facing a girl, then the girl turns around and beats him?
I put it this way. I remember one that sticks in my mind. This wasn't one of our kids, but it happened at another school. And I saw the other coach literally throw his clipboard down. It hurt me.
Yeah.
All I had was daughters.
Yeah.
So I sat back and I saw the boy crying, running out the door. And nobody was running out.
Nobody went out.
I had to go. I had to go talk to him. And I get out there, it's him and his mom. And I'm like, son, don't quit. Do not quit. Saw this boy this year, he won his first match. So I don't know who helped the most, the mom or me, but that coach really shouldn't. I don't know what that is. You know, it's one thing to get angry, it's another thing to realize you got these children's heads ready to put in your hands.
Yeah.
And it disturbed me.
Yeah.
You know, I think I asked the ref if we could have a coaches match after, but they didn't give it to me. They didn't give it to me.
So looking now towards the future, I know you said y'all got a match tomorrow, right?
Yes, we're doing Westmoreland and King Queen. Prayerfully, if the weather holds off, we should be there tomorrow. So that's at 5 o'clock.
So that's in Westmoreland.
In
right?
Westmoreland, yes.
And then the next home game
I
is
believe it's the 24th, which is a Wednesday,
Okay.
and that's going to be senior night. And I ain't thought about who we're against. I think we're going against King Queen. I can't remember right now. We try to go as far as we are the next match.
No, that's
Okay.
So where we at now with the wrestling program? Tell us the goals of where you all are trying to be, say, in the next 5 years. What's the goal for Essex wrestling?
I will pull that journal out, brother, but it's in there. That's the blueprint right there. It's brought me back because jiu-jitsu I've been doing for years now. Wrestling is kind of more high speed. You know, we can put people out in both of them. And getting back into wrestling now, it's like, I promised myself when I turn 50, I'm not going to do nothing unless I love it, something I really love. And this is your fork. Sometimes you see me riding a bicycle with the town. That's the same reason. I want to be a kid again. And I'm still able to wrestle. So the goal is to get us to a championship team, meaning to build a program, get some youth programs built. This summer, I need to send at least 5 of the kids at a minimum to a camp. I want to be able to get them out of here, get them exposed to a new camp. That's, of course, going to take resources, so we're going to be finding ways to raise more money. I'm learning that, brother. Coach Mercer's been a blessing to me in teaching me some things on how to do that. So I'm learning this stuff because we didn't know. We just knew how to go, how to train and get them to the programs, get them where we got to go. So that's the goal, is to have a routine where this is something, I'm from here. I'm going to die here.
Yeah.
So I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about everybody else in the political area, but some of them going to be here, but they're not going to be here.
The next 5 years.
But I want wrestling to continue to be here. And I love the space I'm in. The kids love it. We first time able to open our mats completely and open up what we call 9 holes, which is on the back, which are wrestling matches. And so we're in a great place. And I'm glad that the principal told me that we could use it. So I'm excited about that. It's now putting these plans in order. Something else I don't want to promote yet.
Yeah.
But we want them. We want to have kids coming out.
So, Coach, next 5 years, could we see a state championship trophy come home with you guys?
5 years. If I can get a youth program, I can say
Yeah.
Yeah, because judging just from what's been left from the previous youth program, and gentlemen, I can't remember your names, I'm new to this, but thank you. Because what you instilled in them kids then, we are reaping the harvest. We're reaping the harvest. They come in knowing leadership, they come in being able to take criticism, they come in understanding the work ethic that it takes to be a wrestler. And that's something that's instilled in the youth. If we can get that rolling, that will be the next thing.
And
Michael Stewart.
You've been
Michael Stewart.
You've been to national championships, national events.
Yes.
In your wrestling and
my personal.
in your wrestling and jiu-jitsu
Yes.
events. So what does that look like? What does the national stage look like?
It's wild. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. You're talking people everywhere. I didn't know they brought banners. That's something new. I was like, y'all were talking about that earlier. I got to get a banner for Exercise to Wrestling. And it's amazing because you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mats out. If 6 mats out total through the whole place. A crowd, like if you're at a rock concert, it's different. It's different. And people are watching and it's going fast. People getting broken sometimes. Folks are it's just different, you know, and it's being able to root for your team until it gets to that final. It gets to the finals and everybody got the 2 mats out or the 1 mat out. It's a different ball game. You know, I encourage people to hashtag wrestling, look it up. We're a little behind in some of the stuff we could do here. You know, if you look at the college matches, they'll have them right there on the stage with the one light beaming, and it's wild, you know, and that's not too far from us. You know, I know Grundy and them do stuff like that, I'm sure, but you know, the farther you go west or north, wrestling is more popular up north or out west sometimes in the States, and you know, it's big here. When I was a kid, man, we went all over the state, Virginia Beach, the Cape Henry tournaments, we went everywhere, and we want to get back into doing that. We want to get back into doing that.
Last question from me. Dang, I had it all right on the tip of my tongue. Go ahead real quick while I think of it again.
I don't have any more questions, Coach, but if you have any final thoughts or you want to get a message out to the young and up and coming athletes that would like to do wrestling in the county or try to do the youth program, what message do you have for them?
Awesome. I would say get your kids involved. It doesn't matter the sport at this point. And when your kids say, I'm not interested, they don't know what they're not interested in.
Right.
You got to get them involved. And so whether it's football, baseball, we need our children to learn because I'm finding I'm watching children now who don't have team skills, and they end up having issues with, just in regular work environments. And I know that being in sports, that made a difference. Specifically with wrestling, it made a world of difference. One of the things that's not in there is I was a flight attendant for years, traveled the world, and because of wrestling, I was a flight attendant, straight male flight attendant, straight male flight attendant for years, and for Northwest Airlines.
That was just about to ask you.
Yes, which is Delta now.
Yeah.
But I've been many countries. I mean, I've been around the world. And the reason I mention that is because of wrestling and the Marine Corps, you can't be late.
Yeah.
Right.
You're talking $1 million in revenue and you lose your job.
Yeah.
It's no second chances. It's harder to become a flight attendant than to get into Harvard or Yale.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
If you're not
I
early,
learned
you're
that. Yes, that's something the wrestling gave me. And
with the Marine Corps, hey, your brother's in your hands.
Yeah.
you're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
You can cost somebody their life.
Yeah.
So the very early is to be late. To be on time is to be late. To be early is to be on time.
Yeah.
So, but no, I want the kids to know that get involved with a sport. We would embrace you in wrestling. Doesn't matter your size. Next year when we get up and running after football season, right at the end of football season, come out. Let us know you want to wrestle. If you want to get started now, start doing some push-ups. Start doing some pull-ups. Run up a hill. Watch what you eat. If everything's in plastic, don't eat it. Okay? And we teach these things because we don't want our kids healthy. We don't want them to lose weight the bad way.
Yeah.
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 And Coach, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. A lot of great insight, a lot of good intelligence this evening here on the show. So, guys, Coach Washington, assistant coach for Essex High School Wrestling. Thank you so much. You can stick around for our scores and stuff if you like.
I'll be right over here.
You can stick around for the
I want
scores
to
and
say
stuff
thank
if
you
you
for the
like.
opportunity.
Not a problem at all.
I was called several times. I told the head coach about it. I knew he had some things we weren't able to get it together, but maybe get him over. His life is more interesting than mine. He went to Worlds, lived in Vietnam for many years, opened a jiu-jitsu school over there. So Coach Young's background is amazing. I would say he's probably one of the first MMA fighters in Virginia. Okay. I would probably put him as one of those because we were doing it way before. He was way before.
Maybe.
So,
Maybe he ought to be introduced into the Northern Neck Sports Hall of Fame over there in Kilmarnock.
We might just start our own over there.
There you go. Hey, possible.
No, you take it all the way over there. But my man thing, because I follow him on Facebook, and I mean, outside of Facebook, I mean, you probably know me since I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've been watching, and I just want to salute the both of you because, like I said, over the last couple of years, the program has been stepping in the right direction, and I'm glad to see wrestling is back. I mean, my kids, they tried one time, they didn't really like it. So, but my youngest son that played on the line of Essex, he always used to stay like that. I wish I would, but it wasn't no coaches when he was in school like that. So now that y'all are there, I'm really glad of that because we got a lot of kids, and with me being involved with the youth and everything, I'm definitely pushing, the linemen and everybody, hey, get on that wrestling mat. So
absolutely.
I appreciate you all. I want y'all to keep on pushing and grinding and turn the whole program around, man. Get a couple state championships.
Definitely.
Man, we working on it. I appreciate you both. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate you coming on, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. Coach Orlando Washington, assistant coach for the Essex High School Wrestling team. All right, guys, call in. All right, we get ready to do Shine the Lights, stuff like that. Call in 804-822-2837. Yes, 804-822-2837. Call in, shine the light. Don't be shy. Please don't be shy. Just call in and talk. If you want to talk about the Cowboys losing, okay. If you want to talk about the Eagles losing, okay. If you want to talk about how bad the Commanders is and the Giants, okay, that's fine with us.
The whole NFC East.
The whole NFC East. All right, Coach, let's get into some basketball scores. I'm going to go back to 1-8. I'm going to run them down. Then you can get to some of the stats that you got. So we're going to run them straight down, guys. From the 8th in boys, Rappahannock over Matthews 56-46. JV, Rappahannock JV boys 45-11 over Matthews. Northumberland over West Point in varsity 81-30. King and Queen over Essex, 28-25. Very close game. What else? In girls that day, it was Rappahannock over Matthews, 53-22. Essex remains undefeated, 72-32.
Hey, man,
72-32 over King and Queen. And Christchurch over King's Christian Academy, 62-37 rather. So Boo Williams, indoor invitational coach, real quickly from the 13th. First place boys shot put could do. Are we surprised by this? Lancaster, Reese Rhodes, 59-06. 59-06 in shot put.
I mean, he's been doing this for the last couple of years.
Yes, we're not surprised by that.
And I mean, he's been balling like that since a
Yes,
freshman.
he has.
Number one in the state.
Yeah,
Number one in the
so,
state.
Hey, Reese, keep on doing your thing over there, man. We're proud of you here at Northern Next Sports Talk Live.
Yeah,
We've
definitely.
been keeping our eyes on you for the last couple of years, man. You balling, young soldier. So keep on representing Northern Neck and Lancaster High School.
Yeah, so first place in the 1,000-meter run on the indoor invitational, Lancaster, Matthew Kane. And first place in the 3,200-meter run was King George's Timothy Wingert. So the final in the VISAA girls basketball, and here's one thing. Academy Red from North Carolina, 61, St. Margaret's 55. However, we got to keep an eye on St. Margaret's because they've been balling.
They've
been balling.
You know, they done had a couple females over there that's been sick here lately.
Right.
But every game that they done lost, they've been right in it. You know what I'm saying? So they're only going to get better. Coach Tina and I can't think of all their names over there, the coaches and everything, but I know Tina real close and everything. But I mean, they got the program going in the right direction. Way better than it was in the past. So you can't be mad at the couple losses, but you know, just be excited of where they're about to go. So salute to St. Margaret for keeping up the great work over there.
All right, let's get to Friday scores on the 12th. Lancaster over Westmoreland, 75-33.
Oh, Lord.
75-33, and boys, what else we got? A couple of other scores. Perry McClure over Craig County, 84-47. Rappahannock over Colonial Beach, 44-15. Essex over Northumberland, 38-27. And
what'd you say?
yeah, Essex over Northumberland, 38-27. That's JV basketball.
JV
basketball.
I'll say, right? I ain't gonna shortchange them like that.
JV basketball.
Y'all gotta get together now. Football season's been over for a little while.
Yeah.
Now. I've been letting y'all live. And we gotta pick it up over here now. 2-6. I know we're a big football town, but hey, we got ballers over here too on that hardwood. Y'all pick it up, man. Coach Tion doing what he got to do, and all y'all got to do is come back around to a discipline.
Right.
Hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we're gonna go through it a little bit, but I mean, we got to go to Lancaster. And Westmoreland. Lancaster is what, 9-1 right now?
Lancaster is 9-1. The only loss was to a outside state team, West Virginia team. That was their only loss in the tournament. Yes.
Man, I'm picking Lancaster to go all the way again this year. I don't see nobody in the district that's gonna stop them. I think the only team in the district that even close to them right now is who? I think Northumberland maybe.
Northumberland is closer. Westmoreland, they still working out kinks. And it might be too late.
Sammy was here. Sammy was talking all that smack at the beginning of the season. But Lancaster, you know, you got the Troy Henderson over there. He dropped 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists the other day. I think Lamar Maddox, over there, dropped 16 points, 13 rebounds. Kevontre Buns, I believe, young man, if I'm saying your name wrong, don't hold that against me, but he dropped 11 points. Davion Smith, the quarterback from last year, senior now, he dropped 10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. So, I mean, the whole team is they haven't step off. You know, from the off season with them doing the AAU thing, it really got them prepared for this season. So it's going to be hard for anybody around here to even put a candle to what Lancaster's going to do.
And Lancaster is a talk of the state right now.
Yeah.
You got a lot of sports analysts besides us that is talking about Lancaster and about them going back to VCU and getting another state championship.
I definitely see it. The next game is this Friday against my Essex Trojans. So I don't know what our boys is doing over here, but they got to step it up because I mean Langston gonna put Booster next to Sammy say if they come over here this year.
Yeah.
No, we got to go over there this week.
Got to go over there.
Yeah, we got to go over there. So I hope they can bring the flame this week and try to get up.
However, I will say the Essex girls basketball team is falling out.
They balling.
They're falling out. So I'm kind of excited to see what could happen near the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, as far as with the girls, I mean, Coach Mercer has really got them working over here.
Yeah.
Not just Coach Mercer, but the whole staff. I don't know, I can't think of all of their names right off my head, but I mean, Jayla Mercer, she's a senior over here this year. She's doing excellent. I think she's getting averaging about 20-something points a game this year. Then you got the young lady, Miss Morgan Self. She's getting big buckets, big rebounds, blocks. I mean, I think the young lady got a double this past week.
Goodness gracious.
So I mean, she's putting up 15 a game, getting over 10 rebounds a game. I think one game she got over 15 rebounds. So anytime you got a young female that's able to get physical in the middle like that, get them rebounds, those extra points. You know what I'm saying? When you're able to get those rebounds, those extra points for your team is extra momentum for your team, and not just those two. You got Kimaya. I can't think of that. Kimaya. Hold on, let me see. Hold on real quick.
Call in, guys. 804-822-2837.
Kimara Gray, like last week, the last game they played Northumberland, which the game was stopped in the third quarter because I believe one of the Northumberland players had a little issue, so the game was called with 2 minutes or something left in the third
That's very
quarter.
respectable.
Yeah, so they at the end of the game they got in the middle praying for the young lady and everything, but the ladies, they was able to come out with a 40-8 win over Northumberland. They started off slow, but it's to be expected because they had a big break in between. But again, Kimaya been great. She put up 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Morgan Self, like I said, 15 points, 19 rebounds.
Goodness.
19 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Jayla, she had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. So I mean, the ladies is putting in work on that field, man, and on the basketball court, and I'm just excited to see how much farther they can go.
Yeah. I'm seeing them going to a regional, possibly a state. They keep on the track they're going. I see them in state competition this spring.
I mean, the only other basketball team around here, as far as with the females, that's really doing good right now is Westmoreland.
Yeah,
I think Westmoreland is 8-3.
They are 8-3.
I definitely can't wait to those teams match up. Everybody keeps saying, well, the teams they playing ain't really good, this and that. It don't matter if the team they on the basketball court.
No, they're still 8-3.
You play who is on your schedule. And whoever's on your schedule, if you don't come out to play and not kick your tail, it don't matter, what your record is. So I'm really excited to see, when we face Westmoreland. I don't think Westmoreland got enough to be able to handle those girls right now. And not just because
Time
of this
will tell.
season.
Time will tell. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now, don't mean Philadelphia Eagles.
I was about to say, you see what the
Time will
Philadelphia Eagles did. But the girls they're coming off of a good run from last year, though.
Right.
They made it to the playoffs and everything, so they didn't get as far as they wanted. But I think with them losing in the playoffs like they did this year, motivated them this year. There was a lot of off-season training this year. Like I said before, Jayla is my next door neighbor. It's plenty of days I hit that basketball. Boom! I hear it. I can hear John.
That's a good sign.
I can hear John.
Very good sign.
They're coaching at home. You know what I'm saying? So they got the good leadership in the coaches. They got good leadership in their senior players. And then the underclassmen that's coming in behind them, like Morgan, she's not even a senior yet.
Yeah.
I think she's like maybe a junior or maybe even a sophomore. So for her to be getting double-doubles every week and banging on girls in the hole and everything like that, it's only up for this team right now.
Yeah, guys, call in. You still have a few more minutes to call in. Shine a light on your favorite player, coach, or what have you. 804-822-2837. 804-822-2837. All right, coach, let's shine a light on some folks?
Shine a light on them at the end of the show. And Coach, you can chime in too if you want. If you got any kids that you want to shine a light on out there, definitely shine a light on them so they can get the support that we need. But first up on my list, we was just talking about her, Miss Jayla Mercer. She's a senior this year over here at Essex High School. Right now in Virginia in the 1A division, she is currently number 2 in Virginia scoring with 22 points a game. She's number 1 in Virginia in the 1A district in steals, averaging 5.7 steals a game. She's also number 1 in the 1A in Virginia for assists with 5.9 assists per game. And she's doing all of that all while holding a 3.6 GPA. You know, all while holding a 3.6 GPA, she's doing all that. I try to tell kids all the time when they ask me stuff, like some players are sending me stuff now for college and everything like that. They're sending off and stuff like that. And first thing I ask them is, what's your GPA? What's your GPA? Forget your film. Forget what you did on the field, on the basketball court or whatever. What's your GPA?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some might say 1 something or 2 something, and right there in my head is like, dog, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with her being number 2 in the state of Virginia in scoring with 22 points a game,
very impressive.
Number 1 in the state of Virginia in the 1A district for assists with 5.9 assists a game, and number 1 in Virginia in steals with 5.7 steals per game. She's still able to average a 3.6 GPA.
That's
so Jayla Mercer, we want to salute you today. We want to tell you, give you a big congratulations and tell you, hey, baby girl, the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do out here in this world is all on you. I don't see nothing that's going to be able to hold you back but yourself. We want to tell you to keep on grinding out here, keep giving them pressure on that basketball court, man, and hopefully we can bring a state championship this year back to Essex for the girls and everything. The next young man I want to shine a light on is Markel Cockrell.
Yes, indeed.
Over there at Northumberland High School, football player.
On the north side.
He was a state champion last year in track. I think he was all state this year on the football field for running back and everything. Grind hard young man. You know, he did his thing on the football field this year. Didn't end the way he wanted to over there at North Side, but at the end of the day, you still did what you had to do on the football field. We want to salute you today for committing to Bryan University last week, Division I school.
Yes, indeed.
I forgot what Bryan University is.
Congratulations.
Right offhand, but we want to salute you for committing to Bryan University. We definitely can't wait to see what you do at the next level. And hey, man, go and do what we know you can do.
Yeah.
Be great on purpose, not just for anybody. Be great because you want to be great. Salute, big dog.
I'm just gonna highlight my captains real quick.
There you go.
Mr. Jordan Guafney, definitely a leader amongst leaders. Looking forward to him wrestling hopefully on tomorrow. And of course, my other captain, and that's Mr. Wes Dunn. Definitely excited for him and see them both definitely going to states along with Isaiah and the rest of them. So definitely looking forward to getting the rest of this month and our season done.
Wow. Yeah. All right, real quickly, all-state Class 1 football team. I won't go with the offense, first-team offense coach. From Essex, lineman Daniel Walker, running back Markel Cockrell, Northumberland. Okay. How about that?
No, that's right.
Northumberland, Caleb Williams as a receiver, first-team offense. Tight end is Austin Ashworth from Galax. Let's see, who else? Not many. That's only 3-4 offense. Let's get to defense. First team defense, Class 1. From Essex, Xavier Bundy. Xavier Bundy from Essex is the first team defense. Now, from Essex, Brian Roane, linebacker. From Essex. Milton Laws, Northumberland, is the defensive back for the All-State first team in Class 1. Also, punter Bryant Lane from Northumberland. So, a whole lot of Northern District players in this first team. So, second team offense. Real quickly, who do we have? Well, Tyreek Lundy from Northumberland.
Hey, hold up real quick. Tyreek, hey dog, you first team all
He should have been first team. I disagree with that one. He should have been first team. You're right.
Other than that, man, it's good to see the kids make All-State, around here every year. That lets us know that somebody's looking at our kids. And I mean, if you can make it in All-State in Virginia, man, you can make it anywhere. It's around that time now where kids about to start committing.
Yeah.
And as I tell y'all all the time before we end this show, man, it ain't all about what you do on that field or on the court or even on the mat. The first thing that most colleges is gonna look for, and I mean, I ain't go to college. I ain't even graduated high school. But I got kids, my two sons that I was fathering to. They came through high school. They did what they supposed to do. I went through that whole recruiting phase for them. So I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The first thing they're gonna look at is them grades.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Y'all gotta take this grade stuff serious, man. To the 8th graders that's about to step into the high school next year. My advice to y'all as a 9th grader going into high school, man, if you can do it, start off with a 3.0. Right off the break. If you can start off with a 3.0, it's gonna be easier for you to be able to raise that GPA up as you go through high school. But if you're a 9th grader, next thing you know, you start off with a 1.5, 2.0. You ain't doing nothing but putting yourself in the hole.
Yeah.
And we're getting to that point now where you got a lot of seniors that do good on the field, on the basketball court, on the mat.
Man, let me tell you,
But them grades.
I got kids. I didn't want to cut you off, brother, but you struck a nerve. Let me tell you, the way they got it set up now, guys, your grades right now will affect your eligibility for the upcoming next year.
Yes.
And I got kids right now won't even look at me because they know they didn't do their part.
Yeah.
They did not do. I'm talking. I went to the mama job looking for the boy. The boy could be a state champion. He got. You know him.
Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
And I know he's hurt, but he knows it's his fault.
Yeah.
Man.
Can't blame nobody.
Can't blame nobody when it comes like right now. Y'all looking at TV, early commitments, all of that stuff like that. Everybody got a dream of playing this big Division I or everybody got that dream. But if your accountability ain't matching your dream, then what are we doing this for?
Yeah.
So, like again, man, grades first. The sport is last. It's called student athlete for a reason.
That's right.
Student first, athlete last, and that's what I got for you this week.
All right, guys. When we get back next week, we got the basketball scores and the NFL divisional rounds. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Basketball scores. Wrestling is already in the mix during the seasons, so we'll get some wrestling results.
Next week we're gonna try to get out to this home wrestling game.
Yes, indeed.
Next week we got senior night. Next Wednesday, 24th.
24th.
Next Wednesday we got senior night. Next Wednesday the 24th at Essex High School. We need to pack that gym. Pack the gym.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come out if I'm gonna bring my little tripod or whatever. We're gonna try to go live, all that stuff. So we want y'all to pack the gym next week for senior night for them boys and show up for them.
Yeah, definitely. So, next week, Coach O, thank you so much for coming in tonight, talking with us. What an impressive, very, very impressive show with you tonight. I thank you for everything that you talked about because you were right on point for everything. But guys, we will talk to you next week. Oh, we have one phone call real quickly.
Hey, we've been on for an hour. We didn't wait till the last day. We about to shut
Real
that
quickly,
down.
we'll get to this phone call, Coach, and then we'll close it out. Yeah. So, who do you want to shine a light on? Where are you from?
Yeah.
What's your name? Where are you from? And tell us where you're calling from.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Travis Marlowe.
Hey, Travis, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Travis, my bad, dog. I got that joint. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead and let him know, baby.
Ain't no problem.
Who you want to shine a light on?
All right, man. I wanted to give a shout out to my wife, man, Tina Fauntleroy.
Good deal.
I want to shout out on Tina Fauntleroy.
Good deal.
Yeah,
But look,
good deal.
Travis, before you get off the phone, Travis Fauntleroy is the president, one of the presidents for the Northern Neck Titans.
Yes, he is.
Basketball program. And while you on the phone, Travis, I just want you to give a a little description of the program because I know y'all about to start signing up for AAU basketball and everything. So let the folks know out there what y'all have in store for them and
what dates you guys got coming up too,
and how they can be able to reach out to y'all to be able to sign their kids up.
All right.
You
All right,
know,
so
Yeah, go
what
ahead.
we do is we start probably late January. And what we do is we go to the summertime with the kids. Now, there's a lot of sports going on around that time. So it's scarce to get kids. But anybody interested in playing basketball, we do train kids from 3rd grade to 12th grade.
awesome.
is there any social media that they can probably go to look at to find out more information or be able to reach you guys?
We got an IG page. It's Northern NNK Titans, and we're also on Facebook at Northern NNK Titans.
All right, 10-4, big dog. Thank you for calling in. Tell Tina keep pushing those girls over that same mother.
Yeah, definitely.
We see her working. We want to salute her and salute all of the coaches over there, and even you, big dog. I mean, you've been a staple in this community for a
Yes,
while
you
now,
have.
from football to basketball, and I mean, you done had your hands in a lot of kids in this area, not just from Rappahannock. You done coach kids over here in Essex, Westmoreland, Colonial Beach, Northumberland, all around here, man. So I wanna send you a big shine light on you too, man. Everybody around
And
here
for getting out
big
those
dog.
scores too when we can.
Yeah.
Definitely. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. It's no problem, man. I really just want to see the kids in the area, man. Everybody,
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see everybody excel.
Yeah.
Thomas is my guy, man. I love what he does. And hopefully one day we can bring this area and have a whole big, everybody on the state level going to college. Man. We're just going to be having a whole lot of people going to college.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you calling in, Travis. Thank you, man.
No problem.
I'll be go.
Yeah, No Next Sports Talk Live. We'll talk to you next week. We'll get into some high school basketball scores. We'll get into some wrestling. Thanks so much for Coach O for coming in, and we'll get into some NFL divisional round playoffs because that's all kinds of mixed up now since Dallas and Eagles is out. So
Your Redskins, nothing was in the equation.
they're in the equation now because it's 2024. We're starting out 0-0, baby. Anyway, we'll talk to y'all next week on No Next Sports Talk Live. It's been a Tuesday night. Thank you so much for tuning in. You were locked in to Hot Wings PA Radio on No Next Sports Talk Live. Yeah. No, you're great. You're great.